everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'd like to show you how to make these easy teddy bear cake toppers, perfect if you're a beginner. So I made the teddy bears from white theme modelling paste, which I coloured using Sugar Flair's Autumn Leaf food colouring paste. You can see here I have two different shades of colour, and they're both achieved with the same food colouring paste, just adding a little bit more to get a darker colour, and then dark brown just for the nose and eyebrows. So to begin with, we're going to make the body by forming about 35 grams of modelling paste into a cone shape. And then I'm just going to press down at the top there, just to where the neck will kind of form and we get a little bit of a belly. Okay, so now I'm just going to use my ball tool just to come in and just make a little indent where we're going to have the lighter furry patch on the belly. This will just give us somewhere to place the lighter modelling paste so it doesn't stick out too far. Just going to smooth that off with my fingers. Okay, so here I've got 4 balls, about 3 grams each, and these are for the arms and the legs. I've done these first so we get them the same size, so I'm just going to put 2 aside. You'll want to put them in a Ziploc bag or something to protect them from air. And first I'm going to work on the legs. I do this by forming it into a little bit of a bone shape first, as you can see there. And then I'm going to use my fingers just to create a little bit of an ankle for the foot. And then turn the other side over and just flatten it for the top of the leg and turn it towards where the body will be. And then I'm just going to do exactly the same with the other leg. Okay, so I'm now going to stick these into position. I'm going to use a clear alcohol, but you could always use edible glue if you prefer. Okay, so now I'm going to make the furry belly using the lighter coloured piece of modelling paste. So I'm just going to roll it out into a ball and then form it into like a flat, like a little tear shape. Just going to check that for size. I did a bigger one for the male teddy bear and a smaller one for the female teddy bear. And now I'm just going to use my scissors just to come along and just snip around the outside of the paste. This is how we're creating the fur effect. And I found it easier once you got to the bottom, just turn it round and then snip from the other side. So we're doing the outside first before we put it onto the model so we don't mark the model. So now I'm going to stick that into position and then just go around with my scissors making tiny little snips to create a little fur effect. And there we go. So now we're going to do the arms. I've got those balls from before and I'm just going to form them into a little kind of tube shape that's tapered at one end, and then the smaller end I just turn towards where the body will be. Make sure they're the same size. And then again I'm just going to stick those into position. Okay, so I'm just using my ball tool to mark where the head will go, so I get a little bit of an indent. And then just to help support the head, I'm using a piece of spaghetti. Obviously you need to make sure that if you make this for someone that they know that spaghetti is in there. Okay, so now we're going to make the head by rolling about 20 grams of modelling paste into a ball and checking for size. Then I'm just going to use my finger just to flatten where the eyes will go. Just going to shape it how I want it with my fingers. Okay, so now I'm going to make the muzzle, and I have a small piece of the lighter coloured piece of modelling paste again. I'm just going to form that into a little oval shape. And then I'm just going to use my ball tool again just to imprint slightly where that's going to go so it doesn't stick out too much. And then I'm just going to stick that into position. Okay, so now I've just got my vein tool. I'm just going to use that to make my little smile. And then I'm just going to draw a line up from the middle of that smile using a cocktail stick. Okay, so now I'm just going to make some sockets for the eyes using the smaller end of my ball tool. And then for the eyes, we're just going to use some black sugar pearls. This is an easy way to make eyes, so if you're a beginner, this is a great starting point. I will link everything that I've used in the description, just so you know. Okay, so the eyes are in, and now I'm just going to form a really small kind of oval piece shape of brown modelling paste for the nose, make a little mark with my ball tool again, and then stick that into position. Okay, so now I'm just going to put the head onto the body. I'm just going to make sure that the spaghetti is short enough and won't stick out of the top of the head. Add a little bit of clear alcohol. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a little bit of spaghetti just to mark where the head's going to go, and that will just help us make sure we put it in the right place. And then I'm just going to pop the head on. Okay, so now I'm just going to draw some little indents where the ears will go. Just use my ball tool just to create some little rectangle shapes, just where the ears going to go. These little imprints just help you have something to stick the ears into. It just makes it all a little bit easier. Okay, so I've got two small balls of the brown modelling paste, which I'm just going to flatten. These are obviously the ears. Just going to make some little indents there with my ball tool. And then I'm going to take some of the lighter coloured modelling paste, make them into two small balls, and then I'm just going to pop them into the little indents we made, and then use the ball tool to flatten. And these are my ears. I'm just going to cut off the bottom of the ears so they're flat. And then we're just going to stick those into the little holes we made earlier. If you need to make them bigger, that's absolutely fine. It just helps, gives the ears something to hold on to. And you can shape them how you like. Okay, so I've just got some of the lighter modelling paste again, just two small balls, and I'm just going to place them onto the feet. And then just going to flatten them there with my ball tool. So now I'm just going to make some eyebrows, and I've got some of the dark brown modelling paste which I'm rolling into a really thin tube. You want to have two the same size. And once you're happy with the size, I'm just using a little bit of clear alcohol to mark where they're going to be, and then use the brush to pick them up. And then I'm going to use a dry brush just to help shape how I want them. Okay, so I've got some blue and some pink modelling paste, which I'm going to use to make the bow for the hair and the bow tie. So we've got 2 bigger balls of pink modelling paste, which I'm forming into flat triangle shapes. Want to make sure they're the same size. Then I'm just using a cocktail stick just to create 3 little crease marks on each of the triangles we've made. And once you pinch it down and then push the other end, you'll create a little bit of a bow effect. So I'm just going to stick that into position on the ear. I'm going to use the ear for support. And then I'm just going to pop the small ball of pink modelling paste into the middle of the bow. And there we go. So the bow tie is made in pretty much the same way as the bow for the hair, apart from I only mark 1 line crease in the middle. So we're just going to stick that into position. And then put the small ball in the middle. And there we go. That's both your bears made. I really hope that you found this tutorial useful. Please don't forget to check out my other ones. Please comment, like and subscribe for more, and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching.